Hello and welcome to the weather update. It's 8:30 p.m. on Christmas Day, December 25th, 2020. I know it doesn't feel like Christmas with the storm we've had. It's moving on out now. Temperatures have dropped, and temperatures have dropped, and the winds have shifted to the west southwest, and things are getting better after all that rain we had. Looking at the current observations, this is the weather map here, so you can sort of see that there's that left of that rain. Temperatures have dropped now into the upper 30s finally. Still seeing some wind gusts up around 25 miles an hour or so. The dew points have dropped. It's a lot more comfortable outside across the area. We do have flood watches in effect for certain areas upstate because of the rivers, because of the snow melt and all the rain we've had. And we're going to take a look at some of those rainfall totals right now. That's the first thing we're going to get started with here are these rainfall totals across the area. Looks like up in Connecticut they got Fairfield County, Reading 1.57 inches. New Haven got a lot more though. Wolcott 2.32, Wallingford 2.25. In Bergen County, some high amounts in New London County 2.41. In Bergen County, Oakland 2.06. Essex County, West Orange 1.97. Livingston 1.87. Passaic County, Ringwood 1.98. Let's get into Long Island now. In New York, Fordham in the Bronx 1.28 inches. Brooklyn 1.68 inches. Syosset, Nassau. Only two reports in Nassau County with rainfall: 1.21 inches in Syosset and 1.08 in Merrick. And in Manhattan, 1.39 in Greenwich Village and 1.35 in Midtown Manhattan. Orange County, good upstate, Cold Spring 2.42. Monroe 2.25, and this is what's going to, along with that snow melt and all that warm air, is going to cause all the flooding. In Rockland, Putnam County 2.15, Richmond County 1.43, and Staten Island there, just as Staten Island. In Rockland County, Montebello 2.61, Suffern 2.52, Sloatsburg 2.42. In Suffolk County, Bating Hollow, Suffolk got more rain than we did. 2.40, Eastport 2.20, Orient 2.17, Manaville 2.10, Cutchogue 2.03, Eastport 2.02, East Hampton 1.88, Stony Brook 1.81, South Hull 1.69 inches, Upton 1.64. I can't read all of these. Ridge 1.52, and it gets a little less as you head west. East Northport 1.04 and West Babylon 1.02. In Westchester County, Peekskill got 2.21 inches, Somers 1.93. So you get the idea. Quite a bit of rain, and some of these maritime stations too. They actually had Groton 2.61, and Montauk Airport got 1.60 inches of rain. So quite a bit of rain, but the rain obviously wasn't really the main story. It was the wind and the damage reports. So here we go with the trees down on wires in Rockland County. Trees down, trees snapped in Viala, Hoboken, partial collapse of a roof, fire escape in Cornice at First Street and Willow Avenue. Tree fell onto a house and two cars in Bergen County. So a lot of trees down in Westchester, power lines down, Peach Lake, in New Rochelle, large tree trap fell on a house. So a lot of trees down, and that's because of the wet ground, the high winds. They had more snow up there, so the ground was softer. Several pictures of large trees snapped and leaning on power lines in Bedford and Westchester. In Manhasset Hills and Nassau, social media's pictures of a power pole snap with power out. I don't know where I saw that one. We'll have to look for that one and see if we can find it. A large tree down on a car in Brooklyn. Actually, no, that's Battery Park. It's Battery Park in Brooklyn. In Corona, power lines burning, causing power outages. In Queens, tree fell onto a house in Clifford Drive. West Nyack, tree down on a house. A tree down on another house in Wyckoff in Bergen County. Lots of trees down. Livingston. Luckily, Long Island didn't get as many trees down. It looks like a transformer down on fire in Goldens Bridge in Westchester. And here are the wind reports. Robbins Reef, a 54-mile-an-hour wind gust. Gilgo State Park, a 49-mile-an-hour wind gust. 58-mile-an-hour wind gust at Gilgo State Park. So the highest winds seem to be on the south shore on Long Island. Capture State Park, 47 miles an hour. A 62-mile-an-hour wind gust in Orange County, at Vales Gate. Sustained wind of 40 miles an hour in Harrison in Hudson County, New Jersey. 48-mile-an-hour wind gust in Ossining. 40-mile-an-hour wind gust at Coney Island. 58-mile-an-hour wind gust at Coney Island. Sustained wind of 42 in Weehawken. And we have a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Some of the wind and damage reports from the area. And we're going to look at some of the observations also right now across the area here. 36 at Farmingdale Republic Airport, but it was quite warm this morning, as you see. It looks like it got up to 61 there, so very warm across the area. 61 degrees was the high there, quite warm, and we didn't really start losing the humidity until the afternoon with the rain and everything. But the worst of the winds ended shortly after I did my last weather update last night, and that's why I didn't do anymore, because the wind started to calm down. Luckily, Long Island didn't get hit as hard as we could have. It seems like upstate got it worse. So we'll get to the power outages, too, in a moment. Let's look at Islip. 37 degrees at Islip. Southwest wind at 18, gusting to 23. Let's see what they got up to. 59. They got up to 59 this morning. Again, those dew points didn't start dropping until later. Let's go look at New Jersey and see how warm it got in Toms River, because I bet it was even warmer there. And there also, we got to go to a event page to see what they've got there too. 32 degrees, so it's colder in Toms River, the colder air working in from the south and the west first. It looks like it got up to 62 there this morning. So quite warm across the area. Not sure if any of these were temperature records. We'll have to see if they were or not. You can see Mount Holly, they didn't have to put the damage reports up on their things. Let's see if they actually did do that. All right, they do some rainfall reports. They did issue some rainfall reports from there. Strong winds were observed. So they put up a map. Let's take a look at this to see. Put up a map, and we'll look at the map instead. So this is the map of the wind gusts. Oh yeah, look at some of these wind gusts. So it looks like New Jersey got worse wind, 63 miles an hour there in Lakehurst. Along the Jersey Shore, a lot of 62-mile-an-hour wind gusts as well. On this map here, you can see. So it looks like they got the wind worse in New Jersey, even though we weren't expecting that to happen. We thought Long Island would get hit harder. But it seems like the convection kind of weakened as it made it to Long Island, which is interesting. And then they also have a rainfall reports too, so we're going to look at that as well. So these are the rainfall reports here, and you can see it looks like around Toms River they got 1.55, 1.08 around, looks like Point Pleasant. The higher amounts seem to be in southeastern Pennsylvania, where they got over 2 inches around north and west of Philadelphia. So quite a bit of rain out there. And that obviously is going to cause some issues with the rivers and lakes, and I guess that's what we'll check next with the rivers and lakes maps and see if we can get to that. Gotta find it. Here it is. A lot to cover in this weather update. So 44 gauges are in flood stage. So looks like some of these are in flood stage. Some of these rivers up here, like the Millstone River here, they're in flood stage. Let me move this over here so you can see. They're in flood stage here. That was the Millstone. Here we go. Let me get that over there so you can see it's in a moderate flood stage. And we go up here. You can see some of the rivers upstate are also entering flood stage as well because of all that snow melt. Long Island and the southern part of New Jersey, there wasn't much snow left, so we didn't have to deal with that. But again, it looks like you can see flooding also along the rivers up in Connecticut as well, like the Housatonic. There's another river over here in flood stage, the Yantic River at Yantic, Connecticut, entering moderate flood stage. So this is all because of the snow melt and the heavy rain and the warm temperatures that have caused this to happen. Okay, so let's see if we can go, and we'll go to I don't think they showed any images of the transformers or anything like that on here. but there were pictures of wires down Manhasset. We'll have to see if we can find any information. Let me go to um, News 12 and see. Maybe they've got some information on the storm and pictures on what happened here. Kind of curious about the wire down. Oh, Nashville. Oh, really? Nashville explosion. Okay, well, they're going to be covering national news, I guess. So I guess we can forget about local news from them. Okay. Let's look at the power outages. Right now, we're down to 593. Still a lot of smaller outages, mostly on the North Shore and some on the middle of the island there that they're working on from the storm. Obviously, Long Island really didn't get hit that hard compared to other areas. So you can look at Power Outage US, and you'll see that other areas got hit a lot harder than we did again. And we'll start with, I guess, upstate New York. We seem to have a lot of outages up there in Westchester County. Putnam, yeah, Westchester has 4,536. Putnam has 4,001. Dutchess 4,355. Though they've made a lot of progress since last night. It was a lot worse. Last night. New Jersey's gone down to 11,970. So they've also made a lot of progress as well. Not too many outages in Ocean County, 343. Monmouth still has 3,458. Morris County only 246. So they've made pretty good progress in New Jersey as well with the power outage situation. Let's see if we can. I'll try Mineola Patch, and we'll see if maybe they've got some images of some of the storm damage across the area, and probably not. Well, it does not look like they do. So let's go to the models and let's see what's coming next. I guess. Sorry I couldn't get you any images. Anyway, there's a lot to talk about, so let's talk about what's coming now. If we get this horrible low-level jet storm out of here, and we'll talk about the rest of the weekend, and that'll be it. I'll go into the long range more tomorrow, I think. I'm not going to do it in this update. This front moves out. We get this high building in, cold air for tomorrow. See the isobars, northwest, west to northwest winds, dealing with colder conditions again into Sunday, and then the next system would come, and more cold air for Tuesday. So it's good. We got some more fronts coming through and bringing us some colder air. So let's take a closer look at what our temperatures are going to be looking like here across the area. The good news is we won't be dealing with any precipitation anymore, so it'll be a nice dry weekend. But temperatures do drop. Here we are tonight. We're going to drop into the 20s. Tomorrow we're going to be struggling to reach the freezing mark with that really breezy west wind. And tomorrow night we drop back into the 20s again. And for Sunday we recover to near average with highs in the upper 30s. So let's go look at the skies. So that'll be our next thing, whether we can get some clear skies in here. Let's look at tomorrow. It looks like we should get some, especially by the afternoon. We should have mostly sunny skies across Long Island. And then for Sunday, maybe we can eke out another mostly sunny day as well. Maybe a few more clouds rolling in that day. Let's take a look at the NAM model and see how this NAM does the sky cover. And we don't have enough of that 0Z in. We got to look at the 18Z, sorry. So here's the 18Z, and you'll see here, looks like some clouds over Long Island. The NAM seems to want to keep the clouds around until like a little later in the afternoon. But I think at some point tomorrow we should have some mostly sunny skies. And then for Sunday, Sunday actually looks like we might have some more sunshine on Sunday. Maybe some cirrus rolling in later on in the day. But hopefully we can eke out some sunshine tomorrow and Sunday. And remember, the snow is gone, so it'll be nice to walk around the Pine Barrens. We won't have to walk through that again. And it'll be a lot better. So I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. A lot going on, but we'll get more into the long range in tomorrow night's weather update. But just a lot to go over with the damage from this storm. Quite a historic Christmas storm indeed to see on Christmas, Christmas Eve and Christmas. Just doesn't feel like Christmas this year with everything going on. Take care and thank you for watching.